From a galaxy far, far away comes a mystery wrapped in cuteness. Today we explore the character who stole hearts in Star Wars, those big expressive eyes hint at untold adventures, and his tiny hand gestures might just control the Force. Is he the key to the new Jedi era? In today's video we'll be drawing Grogu, otherwise known as Baby Yoda, from Star Wars. For today's lesson, we'll need some white paper and a pencil, and start today's lesson with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Let's begin today's lesson by blocking out the basic shape before we get into the details. Now we start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So we'll start from the very top. We just want to lightly work our way down towards the bottom, using these short lines. Let's move back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now these are just temporary guidelines, so we don't want to go too dark because we'll eventually erase this out. Now I'm going to be using these two lines to help us create a rectangle in the center of a page. So from the center point, let's move all the way over towards left to right about here. Mark this off. Let's measure that distance over towards the right and do the same thing. Now from these two marks, we're just going to extend this line going up and then down. From that center line, let's draw the top of the rectangle. So we're going to move up to right about here, draw a straight line going across, and then taking that same distance down towards the bottom, and then we'll do the same thing. Now we give the head a slight tilt over towards the right. So from that center point, it's going to angle this across and up towards the left, and then stretch that down towards the bottom right. Now on the left side of that center line, we're going to sketch a circle for the eye. We'll go up, and then around towards the bottom. Now we want to leave a large gap and draw that same size circle on the right. So right here, come down and then up. Just following that angled line in the center of the eye. Let's connect the top of the eyes with a straight angled line going across and then out towards the side of our rectangle. And we'll do the same thing across the bottom. Let's go in between the eyes, right in the middle, draw a straight line going up and then down. Now on the left side of that center line, we're going to draw a small oval for the nose, coming in toward the middle and then back out. Just underneath the nose, we're going to draw a straight line going across the mouth. Then move down, just underneath the rectangle, draw a small bump, coming down and up for the chin. Now from the outside of that top line, we're just going to angle the ears, going up and then out on the left, towards the edge of our page. On the right, going across and then out. Let's go back to the left side. I'm going to bend the ear, coming down, and then pull that in towards the side of the head. Let's go back and add a second level of detail. In between the eyes along the top, just going to add a curve, coming down and then up across the brow. And I want to draw the top of the brow. So we're going to step out, trace the eye on the left, going up, down in the middle, go above the right eye, and then down towards the side. Let's add some shape to the top of the head. From the top of the brow, we're going to step in, angle the head going up. Now I want to go across and up above the rectangle, towards the left, and then bring that down towards the ear. Make that a little bit bigger along the top. Let's go to the side. Just going to round out this cheek, coming down, round out the corner, and then pull that in towards the chin. Let's round out the cheek on the left, coming around, down towards the bottom corner. Take out that sharp corner of the rectangle, and pull this in towards the chin. Let's tuck the shoulders in behind the head, starting underneath the ear, then this out and then down. Go to the right side underneath the ear, going out and down. Now that we have the basic shape of the head, we want to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now that we have our clean rough sketch, we're going to use this as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shapes. And I'd like to start with the eyes. So start by folding the eyelid, coming down and in towards a point, just beside the nose. I'm just going to lightly add this detail. We're not getting too dark with our lines. Pull the bottom of the eye slightly up across the bottom of the eye. And going up towards the point. And we'll fold the eyelid on top. I'm just going to add the edge of the iris on the left side. I'm going to add a fold across the top of the eye. And bring that down towards the inside of the brow. A few little wrinkles on the top of the nose going up towards the brow. And we'll add some shape to the mouth. Start in the middle with a curve, and then bend that down towards the corners. I'm just going to push the chin back towards the left a little bit. Tuck that underneath. Lightly add some wrinkles across the top of the forehead. And some wrinkles across the side of the eye. And we're going to blend the ear in towards the side of the head. Just going to round this out and bend that down towards the tip on the end. Add that fold inside the ear along the top, coming down towards the side. And I want to lightly add that pupil in the center of the eyes. So a light circle going all the way around. And I'm going to surround the eye with some highlights. So add a circle on the top, just overlapping the pupil. Add a couple on the side. And one more along the bottom. Now if you got this far, you just completed the most difficult stage of this drawing, which is capturing the right proportions. Now we're just going to switch our pencil to this 0.9mm and add in some detail and contrast. So I want to start back at the eyes, starting along the top, and we can continue to refine the shape. So if it looks a little off, just go back and just clean this up. And add some detail across the bottom of the eye. Now, with the left eye, we're just going to add those highlights. Just going to enhance them. And trace the pupil on the inside, going around the highlights. Now, let's darken up the center of the pupil. I want to make sure we go around the highlight. And we're going to darken up the inside of the iris with a medium shade going around those highlights. Let's go back and just darken up the top and fade that down. Also want to darken up the edges of the iris. Just darken up that fold. Add a little bit of shadow in between the brow and the eyelid. Just fade that out towards the side. And move our way across towards the right eye, doing the same thing. Do one final cleanup before we add in our shading. Now we're going to move to the side edge of our 2mm mechanical pencil and just lightly add some shadows across the face. So we're going to start underneath the brow, just feathering this out, coming in, and just lightly adding a few folds, shading in the underside of each fold. So with the brow, and we want to place the light along the top left side of our character, so the shadows sit on the opposite side. Lightly shade in the center. A little bit of shadow underneath the eyes. Now I'm going to darken up the cheeks along the bottom and then fade that up. Darken up the inside of the ear, along the side of the head, and we just want to fade that out. Cast a shadow from that flap coming down along the inside, so we can darken up the top and blend that down. And we're going to add a little bit of fuzz along the top of the head. So starting on top of the ear, just going to swirl our pencil around, just along the edge of the head. And just fade that in and out. I'm going to do a final pass of detail on top. Now, as we get closer to the end, we're just going to tighten up our shadows and add a little bit more detail around the shoulders, and always be sure to sign our artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Baby Yoda from Star Wars. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single day. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.